Alright guys, what is going on? Div here with another Lego Ninjago video, and I am here today with a pretty interesting theory, guys. Will the Overlord return in Season 6? Now, if you guys do not know, recently somebody asked the Hagman brothers, Dan and Kevin Hagman. They are the two creators behind the Lego Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu television series. And so basically somebody tweeted at them, will the Overlord return? And they just simply tweeted back, third time is the charm, right? And that's all they said. So, it kind of makes you think, will the Overlord return for the third time? And will he finally be defeated in the third time, or will he actually prevail and rule Ninjago for the third time? There are multiple meanings to that phrase. And so, this season's about pirates, not the Overlord. Well, guys, I think that I've actually made a pretty good connection. And so, basically, I have a Overlord might return. If you guys do not know, back in season 2, in episode 14 or episode 15, Pirates vs. Ninja, whatever episode number that was, basically, if you guys don't remember, the pirates were the ones that were looking for the Dark Island. They were the ones that basically inspired Garmadon to look for the Dark Island and basically introduce this Overlord character. So automatically, this is a season about pirates, and here we have back, in Ninjago's history, pirates were looking for the island to, unleash the Overlord. It's a connection straight away, pirates, Overlord. Even though you need to think about it, there is a connection between them. And so, going on with the theory, there's the Black Widow Island. That's another island separate from Ninjago. We never even heard of that thing before. And so Cyrus Borg, in the first episode of the Tournament of Elements season 4, episode 35, The Invitation, Cyrus Borg actually told Lloyd that the golden armor is hidden in a secure location. And this is probably a location that we've never heard about and that LEGO would introduce to us later in a Ninjago season. So could it possibly be the Black Widow Island? And so if it is, of course, how is the Overlord somehow connected to that? Well, keep in mind that the Overlord's soul is trapped wherever he is defeated. When he was defeated by Lloyd in his Golden Dragon, he was trapped in the site where, he was defeated. And so that was basically why Borg Towers was constructed and he turned into a virus. But maybe this time his soul was trapped within the golden armor. And so whenever somebody tries to put on that armor, he would be controlling the person who put on that armor. And so it kind of makes sense, because why would the ninja be hunted? Maybe, that mayor dude or the police chief went to this Black Widow Island, and so he basically took the armor to himself, and he decided to be the most powerful. It could make sense, and then the Overlord, through this golden armor, could possess that character, or basically control that character. Now, the only flaw I have with this theory is that it would be another type of possession, but I am sure that the Overlord will come back in future seasons, and we just need to see, what's going to happen. It would be honestly incredible if the Overlord would return for third and final time, so that we could just get a look at one of my favorite characters of all time in Ninjago, because he is just one of my favorite characters, and it just kind of makes sense, how his soul would be trapped within the golden armor, and so whoever tries to put it on, might be controlled by the Overlord. And so even though the Overlord isn't there, you have his essence. And so that's what I think is important. And so even though he might technically not be back in season 6, he possibly might, at least show up once a couple times, because, maybe his soul is indeed trapped within the golden armor. So I just feel that that might be one of the reasons why the ninja are being hunted, because the Overlord, takes control of this, high political figure in Ninjago City, and so he basically orders the figure, the police chief, the mayor, whatever he is, basically, let's hunt down the ninja and make sure that they never show up in Ninjago again, and then I'll take over the city. It could make sense. And so this is the break that I think I've been waiting for. And so I actually have another theory coming up in a couple of days. It's basically what we might have overlooked about the teasers for season 6, but actually, one of my good friends, Dan Tenaglia, actually spotted the skull ink holder that Captain Soda used in his ship, and he found an image of that actual skull holder, ink holder, in Ronin's shop. So, could that be one of the hints that the Hagman brothers left? You know, saying that Captain Soda will return in season 6? Captain Soda was the one that wanted to find the Dark Island and unleash the Overlord. So, you know, we just need to see honestly what will happen. Maybe that mayor or police chief is secretly a pirate, and he becomes a pirate, and he goes to voyage, you know, to find this armor to become powerful, and instead, you know, he gets controlled by the Overlord. And so there's just endless possibilities of what's going to be going on in season 6, but I think that this is a pretty solid theory. It could happen. And so, yeah, honestly, guys, that's all I really have. So thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like for more LEGO Ninjago theories, updates, and more news coming your way, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Ciao, guys.